All right, so Laura needs to put mesh around two seed beds to protect her ceilings. Altogether, she uses 60 meters of mesh. One of the seed bed is a rectangle, the other is a square, as shown in the diagram below. So we have two shapes. One is a rectangle, sorry. The next is a square. It says the width of the rectangular seed bed is X meters. As you can see, the length of the rectangular seed bed is 3 times its width. So if this is X and my length is 3 times, so it's 3 times as much as that. So I could just put in 3X. The length of a side of the square of seedbed is Y meters. So we already know that each side will be equal as a square. So this is Y. This is actually 3X and X. Using the information given above, derive a simplified expression for Y in terms of X. All right, so what do we know so far? We know that the wire mesh must add up to 60 meters. And the wire mesh is used to make these outlines, these perimeters. So if I had to add all of these sides, I should get 60 meters. So that's how we're going to make our equation. So 3x plus x is 4x plus another 3x, that's 8x and all. So 8x plus, we have 4y's, right? 4y is equal to 60. That's it for the first part. Pretty simple. So 8x plus 4y is equal to 60. So part B says the area, the area of the rectangular seedbed is equal to the area of the square seedbed. Use the information and your answer in A to write down a quadratic equation in terms of x and show that it simplifies to x squared minus 60x plus 225. So what we need to do is to, at the end of this particular part of the question, we must get this as our answer. So how do we do that? So the area of the rectangular seed bed is equal to the area of the square seed bed. So how do we find the area of a rectangle? Length by width. How do we find the area of a square? Length by width. So in this case, our length is 3x, x is our width. So for our rectangle, I just put R, we have A is equal to 3x times x. That just gives me 3x squared. For our square, we know that y times y is our area, so y squared. Now it says that the areas are equal. Therefore, it means that 3x squared and y squared are equal to each other. So we could create an equation of that. So let's do that. 3x squared is equal to y squared. No, remember it told us to use the answer in A to help us to write down a quadratic equation. So if we look at our equation, 8x plus 4y equal to 60, we could actually substitute y into this part of the equation, this equation, and we would have an equation where we just have x's. So for instance, let's do that. Let's find out what y would be in terms of x. So 4y is equal to 60, take away 8x. I just move the 8 on that side, it becomes a subtraction, 8x. And then y would be equal to 60, take away 8x. So y is therefore equal to 60, take away 8x, I wrote the same thing twice, over 4. And y is equal to, we could do more than that. We could actually cancel this. So it becomes 15. 60 divided by 4 is 15. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So 2x. Ignore this. So now we know that y is equal to 15 take away 2x. If we know y is equal to 15 2x, we could take away 2x. We could substitute that into this equation. So 3x squared then would be equal to y squared, which is the same thing as 15 take away 2x squared. Let's just go ahead and put 15 take away 2x, because that's what squared means. 15 times take away 2x times 15 take away 2x. So 3x squared is equal to 15 times 15 is 225. Just like that. Then 15 times 2x is minus 30x. Then we do the same process, but we use it to a negative 2x. Negative 2x times 50 is negative 30x. 2x times 2x. Negative 2x times negative 2x is positive 4x squared. So here we go. Now we only have x's, and that's exactly what we wanted. So 3x squared is equal to 225 take away 30x, 30x. We can add those together because they're both negative. So it's 60x plus 4x squared. Our equation could go further. We could simplify it even further. So we'll take this 3x and put 225 take away 60x plus 4x squared and take away 3x squared. Only leaving me with 0. So my final answer would be 4x squared take away 3x squared is x squared. So x squared take away 60x, and this is positive 225, 225. All of that is equal to 0. So we found out what we did get this answer, x squared minus 60x plus 225. Now, it tells us we must solve this equation using the quadratic formula.